Welcome here to Daytona. It's the first ever race for a new series here in NORLA Motorsports, the GT World Tour Challenge here. First ever race at Daytona here under the lights, and it's going to be really interesting to see how drivers, new drivers, and old drivers mix alike, whatever you call it, fare here in this new series. As Andy Fell, one of the known drivers over in the Cup side, he's on the pole for this race here, and really excited to get this thing started. It's gonna be a lot of different factors here for this Daytona Speed Weeks, as we have these GT cars. Of course, no oval races for them, but look at that, you have a Viper right there. Really excited to bring Viper on board here for the first time. You got Porsche, you have I believe Ferrari is in the mix here somewhere as well as Audi right there. That's number 48. And it's one of the Porsches right there. But 10 laps of racing here under the lights at Daytona. The yellow flags are turned off for the GT series, but let's get you down to the commands. And those engines have been revved and fired up and on the grid. As watch as the pace car drives off. Really fancy pace car right there. But Audi will lead the way here with the pole by Andy Fell. And it looks like everyone was able to roll off of the grid. So Andy Fell, he's accomplished many things over on the oval side of things. 2 championship for the National Series in NORLA. Back-to-back, by the way. He also was 1 Cup win at winning the Coca-Cola 600. And he gets the pole here tonight to start things off on the GT side of things. And I also forget about BMW. I don't know how I could forget that, but BMW also in the field here. Mac Fletcher in the 007 will be starting to the outside of Andy Fell. Really beautiful night here as the sun is setting off of the track out there. To take you on board with some of these drivers, get a closer look at the cars. There's a BMW right there. This is 24, I believe, of Fisher, Ramian Fisher. He's also doing multiple duty. He'll also be over on the ARCA race, as well as trucks too, or I believe it was the ARCA and the Busch Light series it is now. I can't believe that was Zane Davidson right there. This is on board with, I believe, Sam and Oskin. He's in the Corvette. Jethan Shaw right there in the 63. For that is Dylan Abrahamian, actually. Sam Dawkins right there, a little few ways back, but here we go. Out to the final S's. The pace car is going to pull off here. There it goes. Andy Fell, Mac Fletcher will lead us to the inaugural race here for the GT World Tour. We're green and racing at Daytona. Into the first corner. This corner we really have to watch all night through the S's. Got a couple cars driving way off into the grass early already. Oh, we got a car going around. That is Sam Brickley in the 28. He found some trouble. Seth Cutler in the 22 with some damage, heavy hood damage right there. Joseph Chrome is able to eke out in front with Jethan Shaw in second. We saw those leaders all driving it, swinging it really wide right there through those S's. Really tricky corners. A couple other guys, Dylan Abrahamian, Mac Fletcher side by side. Fletcher lost a ton of position. Started on the outside pole. Look where he is already. Battling to get back in the top 5 as Joseph Chrome takes the early lead. Back onto the oval they go. This is where you really see a lot of speed. Who has the speed when they go into the oval parts of this track. Let's go back and see this first incident here. Is Oh, Brickley hard into the wall. And everyone trying to scatter. That was Richards who got into him right there. Everyone scattered. Athens way out into the grass. That's Jacob Athens in the 23. Yeah, this corner is going to have to be watching it all night. And see the contact right there. And that heavy hit into the inside wall. It's going to slow him down for sure. And right there, nowhere to go for Seth Cutler. Let's go on board with Cutler, actually. Yep, all just happened right in front of him. Couldn't slow up in time, and heavy hood damage for him. But Joseph Chrome out front, trying to hold off Jethan Shaw. Chrome was able to sneak past those leaders and take the lead for himself. Really great driving. BMW and an Audi going side by side right there. There's Mac Fletcher in the 007. He lost a ton of. Let's look at this start one more time. This is the start. Look how these leaders driving it way out into the corner. May have kind of missed a turn just a little bit. See Andy Fell as well as Fletcher out into the grass. And then everyone else who was on track was able to get a bit of position right there. You see the contact right there actually between Fletcher and someone else. And then Audi slams the wall as well. That is Chris Morgan. He's going to have some damage right there for sure, but that's what happened to Fletcher. As here comes Ibrahimian, Kevin Gerskin. I do apologize if I butcher any of these names as I try to get used to them. Gerskin in that BMW. One of the few BMWs in the field. Fisher's also another BMW, and I believe Nathan Orman could be a BMW if I'm not mistaken. Or I could be mistaken. I believe it was someone else. Because we're going to watch them go through that corner once more. Couple guys side by side, but so far so good. That time they're able to make it through the corner. Side by side right here, Sean Compton and Andy Fell. Or Compton, not Sean Compton. 3 wide right here, maybe. Kevin Gerskin right there. That's Zane Davis to the outside. Bit of contact. Zane Davison really wants the position as he's fighting hard for it. Andy Fell in the mix as well. Zane Davison getting aggressive. Oh no, and Andy. Oh no, that's Chase Samuel actually. Looks just like Andy Fell. They're Audi teammates. But wow, how about that driving right there by Zane Davison? Real good on these road courses. He is. He's also participating in the Red Bull Supercars. Runner up in the championship last season. You see right there, Gerskin got into Zane Davison, but Zane Davison was not giving up. And man, that's such a gutsy move. A lot of these guys wouldn't make it because Zane Davison is so comfortable on these road courses. He doesn't care. He goes for the move, and it actually pays off. Samuel right there was not able actually to get back on track. On board here with the helmet cam of Davidson. Right there, he just stuck in it and made the corner. So Zane Davison with a big move right there. It's Andy Fell trying to go for position underneath Sean Compton right there, fighting back, and he's not able to make the move. And now here comes Dylan Abrahamian in the 4, joining the party here. Let's go on board with him. He's actually going to make the pass right there on Sean. Through the S's, really tight corners right here. They will have to make pit stops. That's one thing to keep an eye on. Ooh, got a couple of guys sideways out of the corner. And these two have kind of just pulled away. Jethan Shaw and Joseph Chrome. Kind of in their own zip code of their own right there. Shaw wants the position, looking for it underneath Chrome. Chrome doing a great job, though, of keeping the lead, but Shaw pouncing. Nearly contact right there between one of the BMWs and Zane Davidson. One Viper sideways out of the corner right there. Shaw not able to pass Joseph Chrome right now. Andy Fell, he's settled in 3rd. Ibrahimian 4th. Shaw looks like he has a really fast race car, that Ferrari. Looking back from Joseph Chrome. Chrome and Aston Martin, that's another manufacturer I forgot to mention. So We got what? BMW, Aston Martin, Ferrari, Porsche, and Corvette is also in the field along with the Viper. Those are all the manufacturers in the field. Let's just see a battle right here. Like I said, though, that part of the track is where you see who has faster car. And then through the turns and whatnot, we see who has a better handling race car and who can outbrake who in the corners. Jack Boswell, that's the other BMW I was talking about, him and Fisher. Then there's Kevin Gurskin in another BMW as we go on board the helmet cam, Zane Davison.
Pit this time. I want you to come around and pit this time. Be careful getting onto pit road down there.
So you heard it right there, Zane Davison coming out pit road this time, as most of the field, it looks like. And here we go, time for the pit crews to go to work here for the first time tonight. Should be a two-stop race here, so both stops you really want to nail it here as Joseph Chrome leads them on the pit road. We'll see if anyone plays strategy early here. Chrome in the stall, Shaw's in the stall. Boswell, you see right there. Fletcher. Here comes Kevin Gurskin. Oh, Gurskin contact with Chrome on pit road. Oh man, Joseph Chrome. Oh, what a tough break. Him and Kevin Gurskin makes contact. Now we wait for Gurskin to. He's gonna have to wait for the BMW to finish their stop. Joseph Chrome, problems for your leader, and he retires back to his stall, and more contact between Kevin Gurskin and I believe that was Zorgan and others. Chris Morgan. Oh man, Chris Morgan. Heavy contact to Brishak right there. Or Brishasek, I believe is how you say it. I know I'm going to butcher these names. A lot of different names, but he's seeing trouble on pit road. As Jethan Shaw is going to have the race lead. It looks like Eddie Fell, Dylan Abrahamian in third. And there's Mac Fletcher right there, Jack Boswell, Zane Davidson with some hood damage. He may have made contact with someone on pit road as well. See if we have any footage here. Oh, it may have been with Boswell. Yep, right on in front of him. And I don't think Zane is going to be too appreciative of that. Davison had a fast car. Right here, this is the trouble with Chrome. Hard into the back of the Audi in front, or not the Audi, the Aston Martin in front of him. Ruining his chances from the race lead. So out of all of that, Jethan Shaw is going to take control here. And everyone back to single file for the most part. So things got a bit squirrely on pit road for sure. And Zane Davison, they may have to come in and fix that with the rules for this series. You cannot have a damaged race car. You can hardly see. That's a safety hazard as well. So.
And forth. Pit road is open.
Heard it right there. Something flapping. And he's going to have to bring that in due to safety concerns. Cannot have that. Tough break for Zane Davison. They had the fast race car, but they're going to have to bring it in and fix the damage. I don't think they'll lose the lap. It depends on how long they spend on pit road, though. But with no yellows, he's not going to really have anything to save him. So tough night for Zane Davison as Dylan Abrahamian fighting to get past Andy Fell. There's the Corvette looking really quick here, trying to get past the Audi. There's Fletcher, Boswell, that's Sam at Oskin. I believe that's Jacob Holtz behind Oskin. Oh, one car slams that wall. That's the Brazilian car. Kept going though, but what a hit. There's Zane Davison that just took the hood off and sent him back out there. He's not going to lose the lap, but he's going to lose a ton of track position. Tough break for Zane Davison. Seth Cutler, Austin Zorgan side by side right there. Oh, one car slow, Mac Fletcher. Outside post it.
Can you go forward at all? I have no idea.
Oh man, he's.
We're done. Blew up. Oh, god damn.
Oh man, and they're done. That is an engine failure, or it looks like power, or lost power in the car or something, but Max Fletcher did not already started out rough for him. Started on the outside pole, ran it wide in the first couple corners, and lost a ton of position, and now has retired to pit road as we go on board with Andy Feld Audi. Coming up on the halfway mark here in this race. He'll never hit me in that Corvette. Has a really good run on Fell here. Both drivers used to racing on the ovals, showcasing their skills here on the in the sports cars here, these GT cars, and showing his skills on the road course as they go side by side into corner one. Fell, I believe, is gonna get it. Yes, he does. He keeps the position, and Dylan Everham is gonna have to gear it up and try again. And that is so frustrating. Hard into the wall. Simon Oskin, and that's Jacob Hals. Hard into that wall. That has been a trouble spot all night. Go on board with the Elmer Cam here. Jacob Hals, Simon Oskin making contact and slamming into the wall. I don't think the Hals going to appreciate that. They're racing with Boswell right there. See if we can go back and get a replay of what happened between Sam Oskin here and Jacob Hals. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide. Boswell drove way out into the grass. Oh, Oskin gets into Hals, and both drivers slamming an inside wall. Got just 3 drivers fighting really hard for position. But I can tell you at least one of those guys who won't be happy about that right there. As you see, Hall's taking advantage. He goes 3 wide. Boswell into the grass. Oskin came back over, gets into Hall's. Both drivers slamming in the wall. Gonna get a real good shot here. On board with Jacob Hals. Yep.
Yeah, back there. What the?
Just real aggressive racing right there, but see if those guys can bounce back. They're losing time to the guys in front as they continue to race each other really hard, though. In this series, there's no getting revenge on anyone and dumping them and all that. You get a huge penalty. No, it's okay a little bit, I guess, over on the oval side of things, but the strict rules for this series as well. There's going to be strict rules for the Formula and Open Wheel Series as well. As Halsey's going to lose another position as he continues to fight his race car. May have an ill-handling race car now as Fletcher is still on pit road. They actually have the hood up, and they're going to attempt to try to change the engine on Fletcher's car. That is allowed for this series, so here they go back down pit road. Their final stop as we approach the halfway mark, or are at the halfway mark, the final stop of the night. Don't want any mistakes like we saw in the first pit stop, so we'll see what unfolds here. Looks like everyone, Gerskin is actually going to stay out in the BMW. Chrome is still on pit road after their unfortunate incident on pit road earlier, and Andy fell a bit of contact with, as he nearly hits one of the crewmen right there on Fletcher's car. Close call. There goes Jathan Shaw. There goes Dylan Ebrahimian. And Shaw is actually going to beat Andy Fell off of pit road. Fell so close. But just, oh, and man. That's Jacob Hals right there as he just got into the back of another driver as his rough night continues. More contact on pit road. Zane Davidson again. Oh, no, that was Hals right there. So Hals had a rough pit stop and then someone ran into him. So the pit road mayhem continues. Kevin, Gerskin, that team, the BMW team doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing. They're going to stay out of extra lap. We'll see if it pays off for them. Dylan Ebrahim going to try and catch Andy Fell again. That was Tanner Luke, who has the same car as Bahals, both being teammates. There's Bahals right there. They lost a couple positions after trying to fix damage on their car after getting into the wall. So, depending on how the pit stop goes for Kevin Gerskin, we'll see if Shaw cycles back to the race lead. Fletcher, they're still on pit road. Still trying to get a new engine in there and get back out there, hoping something happens to someone. Get his much points as you can. That's key thing for these events. Come out of here with max points as possible. Little battle right here, Brett Luke and others. And yeah, Drew Glenning, he was that Brazilian car that slammed into the wall earlier. He was really fast in practice, but that car is extremely damaged. And they're going to try and get around him here. Tough break for them. All these guys all bunched up here. All these Porsches. Jared Tyson to his outside. Gonna split him, and they're just gonna have to ride it out to the end right there. But still out front as there's Gurskin on pit road, and wow, that strategy did not pay off at all. So Jeff and Shaw right back to the race lead. Here it'll be 2 to go next time by. Opening race here at the Daytona Road Course for the GT World Challenge. Coming down to the wires. As we watch as they take on these S's. There's Gurskin coming off the pit road now. Fisher ran really wide right there by what seems to be a Porsche. Oh man, these guys are just inches away from that wall, driving it real hard. Seth Cutler battling Austin Sorgen. Their battle continues. Nathan Orman in the mix as well. Oh no, that's Jared Tyson. Yes, he's teammates with Orman. The Vipers haven't really showed up today. We haven't seen much of them. Andrew Thomas right there in front of Gurskin. There's Fisher. There's a Viper right there. And Sam and Oskin. They too are fixing damage on pit road. There's Bahals right there. Bahals, I'm sure, want to get back to Oskin, but they're going to have to do that after a race. Justin Shaw, he runs full-time for Nathan Orman Motorsports over in the Cup Series, driving the number 45 Monster Energy Toyota. Ran really well on the oval for the duels, and he leads here again at Daytona. This time in the GT World Challenge. Dylan Abrahamian still trying to find some speed to catch Andy Fell. There's Carter Joey and others. Chase Samuel running the top 10. There's Drew Glenning, seriously damaged, and they're going to hold up the Audi right there. As we head back up to the front, coming to 2 laps to go. And I believe this lead has shrunk tremendously here, as we'll see, as less than a second and a half. So Jeff and Shaw is going to have company real soon if these guys keep it up, as Dylan Abrahamian and Andy Fell battle. Their battle is actually catching up to the leaders.
Look at these two in front now.
So hang on to your hats here, as we'll see if Abrahamian and the Corvette can do anything with the Audi of Andy Fell in front of him. Andy Fell doing a real good job right now of holding off Dylan Abrahamian. Abrahamian hasn't won anything in NORLA in a really long time. He is hungry for a win. And to win the opening series, the first race of the series, that will be big. They are catching Jeff and Shaw. As we look through the field once more. Seth Cutler still battling with another driver. That's Tyson. There's Jacob Athens. Not a good day for them. Joseph Chrome, the rough day they had after that incident on pit road. Brishek. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sam Brickley on pit road. Not sure why. As Matt Fletcher, they were actually able to change their engine and get back out there. You're allowed to do that in this series, unlike Cup and trucks where you blow up, you're done. But Fletcher able to get back out there, but maybe a little bit too late, maybe all for naught. These two are setting up, man, to try and get. They have a much faster car than Jeff and Shaw, and look at this. They're right there. Look how much they just closed it within that corner. And it is a 3-car battle for the lead as we come to the white flag. 1 to go here in the first race.
White flag this time.
Of the GT Challenge. Shaw, what does he do in the first corner? Fell to the outside. Abrahamian even higher. Fell, will he try crossover? Yes, he will, to the inside. He's going to be there. And he fell from the pole, side by side for the race lead. Shaw loses the lead. He's going to have to quickly settle and try to get back around. Andy fell. His car has come to life along with Dylan Ibrahimian. Don't count out the 4. Dylan Ibrahimian, I'm sure he doesn't want to settle. He saw how easily Andy Fell got past Shaw. He's going to try and pounce on Shaw or hope for someone to make a mistake. But Andy Fell, started on the pole, fell back a bit, has clawed his way back to the front. And with a couple of corners left to go here at Daytona, Fell trying to close it off. And the 4 lost some time right there in that corner. And Shaw, I don't think he has anything for Andy Fell. Fell, I thought he would have used up his tires trying to hold off the 4, but maybe Shaw used up his tires trying to keep the lead. Or maybe Fell just has an overall faster car here. They're about even right there. Looks like a better entry though for Jeff and Shaw in that corner. On back to the oval. This is where speed counts. Look at the drive off by Andy Fell. Andy Fell, as I mentioned, ×2 champion in the Busch Light Series back-to-back. Started on the pole for the first ever race. And that's where he'll finish, it looks like, as he blocks the inside. Andy Fell, checkered flag is going to wave, and he wins here at Daytona. How about that? What a drive by Andy Fell. First pole, first win, first race, check, and checkmate. As Andy Fell is your winner here in the GT World Challenge at Daytona. And of course, it being the first race is his first career win. Audi strikes first, by the way, in the GT Series. Jeff and Shaw led the most laps, 5 laps led. And by the way, Andy Fell only led 1 lap, and that was that last lap right there. But most laps led by Jeff and Shaw, just 1 position short. Still a podium though for him, and Dylan Ibrahimian podium for him as well, as he comes home 3rd. But what a drive by Andy Fell. As we already mentioned, the top 3, Jack Boswell, the BMW 4th, and Chase Samuel, I believe that's the other Audi, comes home in 5th. Carter Joey, Tanner Luke, Trevor Collins, Nathan Orman, Andrew Thomas running out your top 10. Fisher and Oskin 11th and 12th. AF Walsh, what a battle back for them, up to 13th. Kevin Gurskin, their strategy landed up in P14. Mac Fletcher, Joseph Crome, multiple laps down. All drivers finished the race here, so it's a positive, but problem for Mac Fletcher with their engine, and Joseph Crome with the issues on pit road. Brickley and Brishasek, I believe is how you pronounce it. They had some troubles, as well as Jacob Bathens. They just didn't have speed in that ride. And here's Andy Fell. He's gonna win, and he's gonna smoke the tires here at Daytona for this crowd. And these crowd, they're gonna be here for a while, because they've been here since the shootout, or no, they've been here since the crash on the backstretch here at Daytona. Then they had to deal with the duels. Now they're dealing with the GT, and they have to also deal with ARCA, then trucks, then the Busch Light Series, and then Cup will all be here at Daytona to open the new season. So Daytona Speed Week's very busy here. But that's going to be it for the GT race. First race in the books, and it is won by Andy Fell. That is going to be it from Daytona for the GT series. We'll see them next time, as Andy Fell, he strikes first. Audi strikes first as well. We'll see if they can continue the streaks for round number 2. And like I said, the next race you're going to see is going to be the ARCA series as they begin their season. Thank you guys for watching. Congratulations to Andy Fell on the win. Let's get you down to victory lane and to your point standings after the first ever race of the GT World Challenge. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye, everybody.